Hey everybody, it's good to see you again and very happy Sunday to you. So we're doing something a little special today. I know it's been a little bit since we've talked, and thanks for sticking with me as life has gotten a little bit busy. I'm here to play around with some knowledge that I've gotten recently from my CFII. So this one goes out to you, Ryan. Let's talk about a scenario that we did in the Galvin simulator not that long ago, and I wanted to try it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So let me show you a little something out here in Chrome. We're going to take a look at Sky Vector first. You're taking a look here at an IFR chart of the Rocky Mountain area here in the U.S. That's Colorado, in fact. And in Colorado, there's an airport called Aspen. It's Aspen Pitkin, K-A-S-E. And if we take a look at that, wonderful airport, you can see that the elevation is 7,680 feet. It is a long, long way up there, more than something like a mile and a half almost. And when you're operating in that kind of environment, the air becomes less dense, and when you're in less dense air, you don't get as much engine performance. Results, it's harder to climb, it's a little harder to maintain not a little harder, it's a lot harder to maintain that indicated airspeed that you need in order to prevent stalls and to be able to perform. And so we have all sorts of issues that we have to contend with. And one of the scenarios that we worked on in the simulator was in my classic 172. Is it a safe idea to fly the obstacle departure procedure from Aspen Pitkin given the requirements of the procedure and the performance of the Cessna 172, especially at high altitude? So let me show you what we're talking about here. Part of instrument flying is running what they call the obstacle departure procedures. These are not standard instrument procedures. These are departure procedures, typically from untowered airports. And the SARD-3 at Aspen Pitkin is, in fact, the obstacle departure procedures, the only one they have. And let's read through it real quick here. Again, remember, we're up at 7,800 feet. The takeoff minimums, first of all, you don't get to take off from runway 15. You have to use the ODP if you're flying an instrument. If you are flying VFR, you don't have to do it. But these takeoff minimums are not standard. They are required takeoff minimum. This means 400 feet cloud deck or higher with one statute might So, do you think the Cessna 172 can make it? 460 feet per nautical mile doesn't sound like a lot, but at 7,800, maybe it is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to the game, and we're going to try it. We're going to try this scenario and see. So, select departure, K's. Okay, awesome, there we are. And I'm not going to do the startup and the run-up and all these other things. We know how to start the aircraft. We've done this before. It's all good. Remember, runway 33 is the only allowed runway, so we're going to go ahead and start our standard Cessna 172 here in Aspen, Colorado at 7,800 feet up. And we are going to see what kind of climb can we get. Now, one of the things that it's talking about is maintaining that climb gradient, and I want to show you what that means. Let's see, we're going to turn our tablet on. All right, there we go. So I'll go ahead and pull up. Whoa. There we go. Go ahead and pull up my tablet here. We're going to take a look. Again, elevation 7838, procedure, departure, takeoff minimums. Runway 33, use the SARD departure. As my instructor told me, when you see something like that, when your takeoff minimum sheet tells you to reference a specific instrument departure for obstacle departure procedures, that's an indicator that something is funny about this airport. You know, maybe it's perfectly normal, maybe it's a wonderful airport, but it's not normal. So be a little critical about what's going on. We'll go ahead and open up the SARD-3. Again, minimum climb of 460 per nautical mile to 14,000. So let's go down here, go to required rate of climb on our Sporties E6B. We're going to climb out at 74 knots. We're going to use VY, so I assume that's a ground speed of, let's do ground speed of 90, and the minimum climb is 460 per nautical mile. The results show a required rate of climb of 690 feet per minute at a climb gradient of 7.6%. 690 feet per minute. Do you think the Cessna can handle it? Well, maybe we don't have to guess. This is the Cessna 172's performance tables. These performance tables show us that it's at 8,000 feet, a 72 knot climb is 410 feet per minute. 410 feet per minute. And then it gets worse. 360 at 9,000, 315 at 10,000, 265 at 11,000, 220 at 12,000. We're starting to get to the point we can't climb at all. So, what's that all about? By the way, I don't know where my airplane is going. Excuse me for a second. Flight simulator. Sheesh. All right. So, we're in the plane, and this is the Cessna 172. You know it, you love it, so do I. We've got the mixture out just a little bit here because we're up so very high. I'm going to go ahead and idle it at 1,000 real quick. We'll keep it at 1,000. I'm going to play with the mixture to make sure that we're absolutely where we need to be. There we go. We're just a little bit rich at peak for our idle. All right. Pitch trim. Go ahead and set that for takeoff. We'll do flaps 10. I'm going to go ahead and set the heading bug. We're going to go ahead and fly runway heading, and I'm going to set the altitude for 14,000. We're going to go all the way up to 14,000. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and read our departure procedure. Climb on heading 343 to 9100. Okay, heading 343. 9100, then climbing left turn to 16,000 on heading 273 to intercept IPKN northwest course outbound to Linz intersection double DME DBL 13 DME. Climb in Linz holding pattern across Linz at or above 16,000 before proceeding on course. First of all, you can't even get to 16,000 in this thing, but let's climb to 14,000 as fast as we can, as much as we can, and see if we can keep that climb gradient. Remember, the target climb gradient to safely get out of here, 690 feet per minute. Okay, turn that tablet off. Step on the brakes. Now again, you'd think, you know, this plane is a performer. It should be able to do it, right? The first thing I want you to notice is that we still don't have an airspeed live yet. And still not yet. Now it's coming up. 25, 30 knots right when we're starting to cross that threshold. 40. We're looking for 55 to be able to take off. It ain't happening until we do that. There's 55. Finally, at the 1,000 footers. And look at this. I'm trying to come off the blocks. It's not easy. 70, 71, 72. I'm going to go ahead and IAS to 74. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit AP, FLC at 74 knots. Doing that right turn. Okay, what's it? 450. I got it pegged. I'm going to go ahead and flaps up. We have a positive climb. Okay, speed is increasing. Trying to nose up 450, 550, 650, 700. There we go. All right, we're taking more of a bite of it now. Climbing now, 850. It's starting to fall off a little bit. The autopilot's trying to hold it. It's trying to do its best. Remember, it's climbing 343 to 9100, then climbing left turn to 16,000. Heading 273. Wow, that's really doing great. Am I a little surprised? Yeah, I totally am. I don't think it should be climbing this well, but apparently it is. 650. Oops, didn't set my barometer correctly. 9100. Do I really think it would perform this well? No, I don't. Let's see if it can continue to perform as we climb to 16,000 to get out of this canyon. 273. Climbing left turn, 273. Keep climbing. Climbing at 700. $750. You can see we're taking a pretty big bite out of the air just to climb here. And are we doing that great? Not particularly. I'll go ahead and set it for 16,000 because that is apparently what we're supposed to climb to. That is above the service ceiling of this aircraft. Well, now what's happening? Now we're oscillating between 700 feet per minute. And 550 feet per minute. Gosh, what's happening here? What could be going on? 400 feet per minute. Trying to take a bite here. Trying to take a bite. 450. All right. 600. We're doing it, I think. Are we doing it? It's tough. Are we hauling the mail? No. Absolutely not. It's really hard to hold this climb gradient. Sure, I know it bounces up and down, but like, let's do it this way. Let's set a timer. Go ahead and hit start on this timer here. Let's start for 1 minute. It's 10,500. We'll go for 1 minute and see how far we are. 10,500. Just go for a minute. I want you to imagine, by the way, that you can't see out the windows at all. You're doing this obstacle departure procedure and you can't see a thing. You know, around you, you're in this wild, mountainous, deathly environment. How's that going? 10,820. Uh-oh, climb's starting to fall off, guys. What's going on? 45 seconds in. I'm going to stop the timer. Actually, I'm going to record real quick. 50 seconds. 1 minute's coming up. It looks like it's going to be 10,900 on the button. 10,500 minus 10,000, or 10,900 minus 10,500 is 400 feet per minute. Max. That's it. That's all we can climb in this altitude. And we're supposed to climb to 16,000 feet on this. The 72 can't do it. It doesn't matter that we got off the ground. It doesn't matter that we got this high up in the air. To finish the obstacle departure procedure, we have to get to 16,000 to safely get out of here. Otherwise, we're going to crash into a mountain on our way out. Okay, so clearly that can't work. What do we do? We take along a plane with a turbocharger. That's what we do. Let me show you the difference. We take a look at the Cessna 182T. C182T performance charts. Let's change it on over. Aircraft selection. We'll use the Coronado Cessna 182T Skylane. Max altitude 20,000 feet, right? We can go much, much higher. And yes, I will load it down with a whole bunch of fuel, and we'll make it very heavy. I think we're still below our max allowable weight. Yep, 2931, and we'll set it at case runway 33. And we'll hit fly, and we'll bring that throttle back, and we're going to... All right, now, we will do our performance calculations just the same. When we do the 182T, we'll take a look at climb gradient. We'll take a look at, make sure the ground speed is correct and all that good stuff. All right, here is the 182T. Slightly different look to this aircraft. It's still an absolutely lovely performer. Okay, mixture is where it needs to be. We're going to go ahead and go, yep, flaps are 10, cowl flaps are open, flaps are set for takeoff. Pull that manifold pressure back to 1,000, and we'll just sit here for a second. Okay, remember we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Now let's take a look at the performance charts for the Skylane T182T. What's the rate of climb for us at 8,000 feet? 915 feet per minute. As we get up to 12,855 feet per minute, this thing is an absolute performer. This is exactly what we need to get off the ground with this obstacle departure procedure. So remember now, let's do our math. Let's assume that looks like our VY is 95, so we'll go ahead and assume a ground speed of let's say 110 and a minimum climb of 460, required rate of climb 843.33. Can we handle it? Yes, we absolutely can. So let's see if this turbocharger is really able to do the job that it promises. Again, let's take a look at that obstacle departure procedure. SARD 3. Climb on heading 343. 343. Okay. And we're going to put it all the way up at 16,000, which is our altitude out of here. 16,000. All right. Turbocharged fuel flow. All right, I love it. All right. Okay. Stand on those brakes. Propeller's full. We're going to keep it full. Push that throttle. Let's go. All right, let's see how fast we make that airspeed live. Airspeed's live now. And we're 40 on crossing the threshold. 55. Oh, it's a little squirrely. Sorry, we're getting a lot of back and forth here. Kind of weird Dutch roll going on. All right, there we go. And we'll go ahead and set IAS climb for our VY. Oh, that's because the autopilot was on, that's why. All right, there we go. Okay, turn it to 343. And climb for VY. And what do we get? 1550, 1600. Incredible rate of climb coming off the block here. I'm not getting a go. Climb the 343. There we go. Heading mode needed to reset itself. Again, climbing VY 1250. I'm seeing it stay nice and high there. 1100. That's good. Flaps up. They should have been up a while ago. Okay, so speed will increase. So will the bite that we're taking out of the air. And we're past 9100, so we know we need to do a climbing left turn to 273. And we want to intercept IPKN 1085. Outbound to Lynn's intersection, BVL3 climb. And we're continuing to climb. We're past 10,600, still climbing at an amazing climb rate. Let's set our timer. Start 1 minute, and we're at 10,800. I needed to be on the northwest outbound course. I've way overshot that, so we'll go 310 and try to reestablish. Excuse me, 320 and try to reestablish on that course line. We're looking for Lynn's intersection, 92 and Snow. We're looking for the 196 radial. There we go. And we'll intercept Lynn's. And that's 105. It's just a little bit past. Looks like we hit 12,000 feet. 12,000 minus 1280 is 1,200 feet per minute. No problem at all. We're just chewing it up. And that's the difference. That's why having a turbocharger matters. Is because you can densify, the turbocharger densifies that air and is able to turn it into a much denser, tightly packed air that your engine can eat. And the engine absolutely loves it. VOR here. Definitely of course that's the radial 196 to Snow. Let's see, that's going to be 180. We got to cross the Lynn's intersection. Where is the Lynn's intersection? Oh wow, I really got that wrong. I really got that wrong. I was flying absolutely the wrong way. Left turn. And about 14,000 supplemental oxygen on. 16,000. No problemo. All right, close those cowl flaps. Inches of manifold pressure is what we're looking for. 2,400 RPM. Making a TAS of 160 and a ground speed of 144 knots. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're actually starting to get in the soup a little bit here. Okay. Let's try it for all the marbles. Try a slightly different scenario this time. We're going to take off with the Cessna 182T and we're going to do this in the soup. Okay, world map. Case. Flight conditions. The preset. Overcast. And we'll customize this. All right, so there's a deck right there, 4921. Bottom is 5,000 feet above us. Let's do some mean ground level. Let's do a bottom of 1,000 feet and a top of 5,000 feet above us so that we can actually pop through that. If that makes any sense at all. I think it does. And then we'll be between layers. Okay? Sound good? Let's give it a try. This is the cool thing about simulators. I mean, I love that you can do this stuff. So, we need to be really on our game, though, on our plates to get this right this time, because Charles was not doing what he should have done. And thinking all about it, so. Let's see, Grand Junction. I didn't want it to be nighttime, guys. Well, it's all very pretty, but there we go. All right. So we got a deck that's 1,000 above us, it looks like. Let's see what happens if we lower the deck just a little bit more. Yeah, see, it didn't actually do what I wanted it to do. Bring the deck on down. There you go. .800 feet. Looks nice. And an altitude of 5,000 feet there. We'll densify it up. There you go. All right. And I love that. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and once we get to the Linz intersection, we'll proceed on course. Let me show you the tablet real quick here. There we go. Okay, we're at case. We're going to do the takeoff 3-3. And it's going to be left turn, intercept fly the Linds, and then we're going to head west. We're going to head toward Grand Junction. So. Case departure SARD 3. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves a localizer set up. .1085, and then we want red table 113. And that's going to be on R244. Turn CDIs to the green needles. Course 244. We're not going to worry about that just yet. Actually, that's not true. The back course is actually 303. Okay, back course 303. And our heading bug needs to be set to our initial heading of 343. Initial altitude. Go ahead and set it to our top altitude of 16,000. Okay. Flaps are at 10. Cow flaps are open. Parking brake is disengaged. Pitot heat and prop heat is on. Barrow is set for the field. Charge some amps here. Okay, you ready? Here we go, 108. Let's go. Look over the dash a little bit here. Alright, airspeed is live, engines are in the green. And we're up. Positive climb, flaps up. Turning for that heading 343. Okay, we're on 343. Heading mode activated. IASFLC at 94 knots for VY. We're climbing to 9100. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bust the cloud deck now. Get ready to say goodbye to these mountains. They're out there, but you can't see them. And 9100 now. Climbing left turn, heading 273. Intercepting I-picket course outbound 303. It's a little odd, but not on the back course yet. That's IPKN. It says normal sensing, so that feels a little weird to me. Alright, coming through 10,000. You can see Pickett is behind us. We're on heading 273. Continuing climb. 1,000 feet a minute, or 1,000, yeah, 1,000 feet a minute. We know we're good. We're supposed to hit 303 back course. You can see on the tablet here, we haven't hit it yet. I'm watching my CDI. I'm supposed to be on IPKN, the localizer here. It says normal sensing, but it sure feels wrong to me. I feel like it's gonna swing in like that. Swing in from the wrong side. Again, nothing. Can't see nothing. Completely in the soup right now. There are absolutely mountains down there. They're a ton of fun, trust me on that. Alright, go ahead and range out a little bit. Yeah, they're absolutely everywhere. I'm going to turn the tablet off for just a second. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Oh, thought I saw the CDI move there for a second. No. No, I sure don't. I don't see nothing. Well, that's not good. We want... Yeah, that's a real shame. Then I guess we're going to turn 303. How would we know that? Let me see. Let me mess with the course indicator. It doesn't do anything, it's just a localizer. Why we're not showing us flying the 303 back course, I honestly cannot understand. That's disappointing. Because I know I have to turn now to hit the Linz intersection. I gotta turn 305. What I'll do now is I'll use a secondary sensing source. I'll use the red table BOR, and I want to be on the R244 for red table. Once I hit the R244 for red table, I'll turn left turn heading 244. Linz intersection is... Ah. Why are you doing that? I don't know why you're doing that. There we go. 4C00 is the Linz intersection. We're coming up on it. Alright. You can see we're out of the... Whoa, boy. How about that right there? Yeah, that's exactly why we do the obstacle departure procedure. We're holding 850. I'm going to go ahead and lean out a little bit more. Get more power out of the engine now. Climbing at a good clip here. Cylinder head, turbine input temperatures, turbocharger input temperatures are still good. .5 going for 16,000. Trying not to cross Linz until that happens. cross at 16,000. We're all set. We don't have to hold at Lens. We can continue on course once we hit Lens. All right, we're leveling off 16,000. Speed is starting to come up. Go ahead and reduce to 25 inches of pressure. Close the cowl flaps. Lean just a little bit. We're on our way. We're up here high enough, we're going to need supplemental oxygen. Pop that on. Mask on. Knots ground speed, not bad. You can see the CDI is about to come in here, so get ready to turn 244. Go ahead and do that right now. Left turn, go ahead, get on that airway. There's those mountains. Lord have mercy. You've got to watch out for these mountains. I'll go ahead and just give it about 15 degrees or so to the right. Go ahead and dial that course line in. Let that course line come in. And we're going 150 knots. Lens. Fill 280. Rifle is... I don't know, man. That's really something. There we have it. Flying with a turbocharged airplane like this, it's very cool and amazing how high up you can get, the kind of performance that you can get out of this engine. Really, really cool stuff. You say, I'm just interested to know. About a landing today. Today was just a little bit of high altitude ops and departure procedures just to make sure we can maintain climate gradients. Go ahead and get you some more alpine ops a little ways down the road. Thanks for tuning in for this special episode. Ryan, as usual, physics absolutely work, and it's glad to get some practice in the regular simulator. So we'll see you for the next one. Take care.